Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today, in a multi-part Smash-tacular event, we're going over the Mario movie figures versus the Sonic movie figures to see which is the best. Focusing on Princess Peach, Toad, Kamek, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Knuckles. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. Starting off with Toad, Princess Peach's little companion guy. Very cute little fella. Let's check him out. I feel like his mushroom hat is way too big for him. I like how it looks though, and it's really cute. And his eyes are huge. He's just larger than he should be, I think. The mouth is nice with the little dimples, and you do get some nice articulation for this going all the way around. It works out really well, honestly. The body is fine. The articulation points are kind of weird over here. Very action figure-y, but I do like how the sculpt is. We do get some pretty good articulation, at least for his feet, but they're not that great. The vest looks nice and his pants look nice, and the little bow is cute too, and the backpack is insane like always. A lot of stuff, and the holding place for the exact badges is pretty good. But the problem is all this stuff can't be held by Toad at all except for the frying pan, and this is a great accessory, honestly. I love this one. It's really neat. But I just found it actually wrecks the frying pan itself. It doesn't look that great, especially over here, so keeping this in here might be the best bet. And giving the frying pan to Toad works fine, I guess. It does fit in here nicely, and in his hand, pretty nice, but it even works better with Princess Peach. Mario RPG fans, rise up! Toad is more of a statue than an action figure. The backpack weighs him down a lot, and the frying pan is barely a good accessory, so 4 out of 10 for him. And in complete contrast, Knuckles is just awesome. I love this dude so much. Let's talk about him. I love the fur coming down off his dreadlocks. They look amazing, and the sculpting is just phenomenal here. Super great. I love it a lot. The eyes are a deep purple. The nose and mouth are painted really nicely, and he has pretty good articulation here too. Better than some Knuckles I know. I love this one. The body looks very nice. You can move it all the way around, and the crest looks awesome over here, as well as his tail, and his arms are great too, with awesome articulation all around to boot with his gloves. I love them. Knuckles' legs are wonderful here. I love how they feel, look, move. Everything about them is just great, and the epic clown shoes he has have some great sculpt articulation and posability, and they just look awesome. Guys, I love them. All in all, Knuckles is amazing. For me, he gets a coveted 10 out of 10. So Knuckles indeed wins this round. Poor Toad, though. It's a shame his frying pan couldn't help him against Knuckles' fists. Yeah. Going from one type of villain lackey to another, we have Kamek, who I really loved from the games, and this figure is actually pretty great. Let's talk about him. Kamek has an awesome face sculpt. It really captures his mischievousness from the film and the games. I do like his glasses, but they look more like shades than glasses to me. If they were white, they would be much better. I do like the white coming around up to his hood hat thing. It looks really awesome in the blue, and the sculpt is great on this one. And we do get a swivel over here for Kamek with a little bit up and down. It's pretty okay. It's nice. The arms gave me trouble initially when trying to pose them. I had to get a second one, but they do go out and in and up and down with some swivel over here as well. They're nice and fine, I guess. And the robe itself is really awesome, but a little too detailed, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm used to it just being plain, but yeah, the feet are there too. It's a nice little touch. He's very cute in a way, honestly. Creepy cute. But for me, Kamek's magic scepter brings it all home. I love how it fits in his hand and looks really nice. It isn't really a circle, more like a dome. It's just awesome, and I love this piece. It's great. So all in all here, Kamek is a decent figure that works more on looks and articulation. I'll probably give him a 7 out of 10. Comparing Kamek with Shadow the Hedgehog, though, is a feat. Let's check out this ultimate life form. The eyes look really nice, though there is kind of thing missing over here. I don't mind it, though, because I usually have him facing front, but from the side I can see how distracting it will be a little bit. The stripes on his head look awesome. I love how they look, especially on the back, too. They paid a lot of attention to detail with this one, and you do get swivel and hinge and all the way around. It's great. The articulation for the body is definitely better than Sonic's. We don't have that weird kind of like tough thing to worry about, so it looks nice from any angle. The arms have great articulation as well, but they're basically Sonic's arms, so yeah, it isn't much difference, but we get some great paint on this also on the sides and on the gloves. And the legs look really great as well, especially the air shoes. They're phenomenal. The bottoms are painted also, and the articulation is really good, if a little bit scary sometimes if you're really gonna breathe and push through it on this one. Getting Shadow into a sitting position may feel scary, but just pull through it and you can get him working out pretty well for this. Again, this figure looks amazing. I love him. He's my little baby. So yeah, Shadow is awesome. He's a really great figure with a couple flaws with the hips, I would think, but I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Just an awesome figure. Love him a lot. Despite having a pretty good sculpt, Kamek has weak articulation, and Shadow just has better everything else, honestly. He's awesome. And Light Up Shadow also wins here, with the benefit of having the light as well, and the articulation scheme to boot. He's just awesome. Sorry, Kamek. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Princess Peach is actually one of the better Jakks-specific figures I've seen. She looks really good. Let's talk about her. Princess Peach's face looks exactly like every other Illumination female. It's kind of like Dawn Bluth in a way. It's distracting. I do like the paint apps on the face as well as the sculpting on the hair. It looks really awesome and really great. The crown is pretty epic too. I love how this looks, and we do get some nice articulation with a swivel over here. Nothing really up and down. It's fair. The body looks pretty nice. The puffy sleeves are a different color than this, which is a different color than this. It's kind of distracting to me, and the articulation is fine, I guess, but not all that great. Kind of limiting as well. And she has no legs, just a dress. It looks nice, but I don't know, something could be done here. She has feet at least. Kind of good. They're painted nicely, and it's okay, I think. And the parasol she has is pretty decent, and it looks really nice, actually. I'd rather see it in the hands of a Princess Peach from the games rather than the movie, though she deserves it more. But I think she looks better with a frying pan, a la Super Mario RPG. I really hope that game gets more love, seeing as it just got a remake, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is great. So yes, Peach does look really generic, honestly. She's an okay figure with some flaws here and there. I'll give her a 6 out of 10. Sneering Shadow is up next, and everything else the same as the previous Shadow. It looks really great, but this doesn't to me. The eyes are kind of weird with that thing, and then the mouth and the teeth are strange too. Whenever I see a Sonic character with teeth, it kind of creeps me out and weirds me out with that. So yeah, it's just off-putting to me, and it looks too red up here. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this one. The paint apps aren't muted like the other figure. It's too kind of video gamey. Shadow's a little bit darker and brooding in this case, I would think, so you'd want him to have a darker color, right? For Sneering Shadow, yeah, I don't like him as much. 5 out of 10. Wow. So despite all odds, Princess Peach wins against Sneering Shadow in this specific case, though. If it were anyone else, Peach would lose. Sorry. And continuing on a winning theme, this biker Peach is awesome. I really love how she looks. The head sculpt is just excellent with the helmet, and the face is too. And we do get some nice articulation, actually. It goes all the way around, up and down. They've learned from their mistakes, and I do love this too with the ponytail. It's just excellent here. Great head sculpt. The body looks very nice as well, with some hallmarks that Peach has, such as her little brooch as well as a little bandana, and the gloves are greatly detailed and look really nice, and it's just an awesome sculpt, guys. The articulation's even better too. They learn from their mistakes. This is Jakks learning. This is wonderful. I love this just so much. It's just excellent. Good job, Jakks. And even the legs are really nice as well. The articulation isn't as solid, though, as the previous kind of parts, but it works out really nicely for this Peach. It's pretty good, actually. Good job. Gotta give a shout out to the knee pads. They look really nice, and they actually look like they're kind of like strapped onto her. It's just wonderful, and the shoes look great too. It's just awesome. While not as amazing as every other figure I have, at least this biker Peach is awesome and deserves her 8 out of 10. Shadow on his bike is an interesting case. Do I review just the bike, just the figure, both together? We'll see. Bike Shadow's head looks pretty good. A darker skin tone as well as redder eyes as well as stripes. They all look really nice and striking and very much like a video game version. Is this the one from Generations? And the body looks the same as well, just different coloration. And again, I kind of like this one a little bit more. I have a soft spot for this one. I'm not sure why I don't like Sneering Shadow so much. Maybe it's the teeth. But yeah, this is just great and very video gamey. I love it. The bike has a lot of faults. It doesn't really work too well. The kickstand just makes it fall down on me just randomly. randomly sometimes, and it's just not that helpful of a bike. One side over here is covered in screws and legalese. I do appreciate the sculpting on this one, and articulation is fair, I would guess, for a bike at least, but really, I don't know, it's just really generic to me. Bike Shadow is a decent figure with some missing articulation points, but a lot of charm. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Shadow's bike here is incredibly generic. I do appreciate some things about it, but it's just a bike to me and doesn't really fit that well. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Sigh. And averaging out Shadow and his bike together at a 10 out of 20, this goes to a 5 out of 10. And thus, another version of Shadow the Hedgehog loses to another version of Princess Peach once again. Sad. Overall, hands off my bike. The Mario figures here are getting better with vast improvements such as Biker Peach and Princess Peach, and some middling releases such as Kamek and Toad. But one thing is clear here, that articulation and sculpt have to be sacrificed for the other with Biker Peach and Princess Peach. It's kind of a shame. And on the other side of the coin, apparently not with the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 figures, they look and feel awesome with their handling. Knuckles is just amazing, and the Shadow the Hedgehog figures are really great as well, with that bike being the worst part. I could just throw it away, honestly. Each Shadow has their strengths and weaknesses, and while I do love them all, I think the original from Wave 1 is just the best, honestly. So if you're a fan of the Super Mario Bros., Sonic the Hedgehog, or both and Jakks specific, then you'll love these figures. They're all pretty great. But I would at least recommend getting both of the Princess Peaches, Knuckles, and one of the Shadows if you can. But make no mistake, no really, hands off my bike. So which figure line is your favorite, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or Mario Movie? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.